Of course I'm sentimental. It's Christmas, and we love you forever and always. Well, welcome to our little 1970s shabby trailer and our vlog showing how we are working our way to mental health, financial stability, and our forever home as we move from New Mexico back east to where we call home. And this is Christmas Eve in New Mexico. So remember this clip that I showed you of this little rolling cart? Well, I decided what to do with it. I made a cleaning cart. So as you can see, I already had this milk crate and I had my cleaning supplies in it, and I just used some little doggy poo-poo bags because I didn't have any zip ties, and put it on the cart and secured it on the cart. And I do have this box that is to hold my little soapy bucket, and I'm also going to use it, like if I'm going to transport something from one room to the next, it's like, oh, this is not in the right place. But I thought this was cool. Now, I had an issue because my curtains are too long. I don't have a sewing machine. I just really don't have time to sit down, cut them down, and hem them. But they were hanging in the floor. So what I did was I bought a little packet of a bunch of safety pins, and I pulled it up to where I wanted it to be. Everything in this trailer is shabby, and everything in this trailer is kind of makeshift because we don't want to put a lot of money into it, but we are trying to make it as comfortable as we can while we're here. But I folded it up to where I wanted it to be, and I'm just adding these little tiny safety pins to it across, and it's giving it a temporary hem. So going forward in the channel, we are going to be switching off from psychology to vlogging about what's going on into our life. It won't be a complete switch, and I'll tell you why. Because psychology has become so much a part of my life, and healing and helping other people know how to heal has become a passion for me. So I'm probably always going to be putting in bits and pieces of psychology. But going forward, it's about how we are achieving our goals, how we are accomplishing what it is that we want to accomplish in life. And up until now, it has just been heal, therapy, educating, and we have reached a very high level of healing at this point. I won't say complete, because honestly, I don't think as humans we ever reach a state of complete healing. I think when you get past healing and you don't have huge scars to overcome, then it's a growing process and a learning process, because that is what a normal, natural, healthy human being does. And it doesn't matter if you're a highly sensitive person, you're always going to be highly sensitive, and I suggest that you lean towards being a slow living type of person. But we just have to keep learning and keep growing. And I am really, really excited about the year coming forward and the things we're going to accomplish. I can just see almost the road laid out before us, and so I'm like really, really happy. But when the channel started, I started out as the Phoenix, because yes, I had arisen from the ashes so many times, but when I started the channel, I was still in that state of misery. But if you go back to those early videos, and as I go through and I tell my story, you can feel the pain, you can see the pain. And then as I got a little bit better, I switched off to all of the psychology and all of the talking head videos. But now I'm finally ready to move on with life, and it feels so good. You know, so many times in my past, Christmases were incredibly sad. And if you've watched any of my past videos and some of the eras of time that I've went through in my life, there was nothing but sad. And but I can say I am so thrilled with this year. No, we don't have a lot of presents. No, we didn't have a huge tree. There's not even enough room under the tree to put a bunch of presents. But going forward, what we decided to do this year is each of us get an allowance. And because there's so many things we need, shoes, clothes, you know, you just name it, we need it, because we essentially moved here after living in a car for a year and had lost everything. So for the next 6 months, we're going to get an allowance that is going to allow me and Jamie and Joe to add to our, you know, whatever it is we're needing. And I've also allotted an allowance for the house, making some improvements on the house. So essentially Christmas is just going to be all year for us. And Joe has started recollecting some of a collection that he had, and he started a new one. And I'm also looking forward to buying things that I've wanted to buy for a long time and I couldn't. And Jamie's doing the same thing, but a lot of it's going to be clothes. But anyway, this Christmas is so exciting because I'm looking forward to the new year, because all this coming year, it's just going to be a lot of progress. So starting with January 1st especially, I'm going to be sharing more and more about what we're doing going forward as far as our health and going to the doctors, and progress that we're making and projects we're doing on the house, things that we're buying, and shopping hauls, things like that, but just vlogging our life as we go forward. We don't know how long it's going to take us to actually achieve a place where we can actually move, and we don't know if that's going to be 6 months, a year, 2 years. We have no idea, but we are learning to live in the day, because if you live in the past, you're going to be unhappy. If you live in the future, you're going to be worried. And then, you know, you've got to live in the moment, because the moment is continual. You live in this moment, and then you go on, and then you live in the next moment and the next moment. So yes, this is great, and we're really, really happy this year, and we're really, really content this year, and finally we're making this huge step of progress towards our future. I've got a few titty bits to catch you up on, and I was going to tell you about the weather here, because the weather here in New Mexico is sunny and warm. So it's getting upwards close to in the lower or even close to 70 during the day. And in the morning when the sun's shining in, it gets quite warm, actually, even in the house. And I don't know, it can be a little cool outside, but the house seems to get like super warm. So in the morning, when the sun really comes up, I'm opening windows throughout the house about 2 inches. That's just enough space to let cool air come in, but it doesn't allow for Dylan, the cat, to get out. And so about 2 inches, 4 or 5 windows through the house, because early in the day it's really, really warm, but at night it really does get cold. And we've had like 20 degrees, so it can go from 70 to 20 from morning till night, or from midday till like midnight. So we have to be prepared for that. And in the summer, it can stay in like 120. I mean, it's awful hot. And we're not really used to that, and we're not used to the perpetual sun. So it hurts our eyes, and we're uncomfortable with the heat. but we do have an air conditioner in the back of the house, and we have a swamp cooler in the front of the house. Now, I'd never used a swamp cooler before, but in this climate where it's dry, a swamp cooler adds moisture to the room where an air conditioner draws it out. But anyway, we have to budget all of this stuff in. So in the summertime, on average, our electric bill running the swamp cooler and the air conditioner will be about just a little over $100 or $100. I think maybe they're a little bit cheaper, but when the gas kicks in over the winter, we have that like 1 month where there's not anything, but now it's getting super, super cold at night. So our electric bill this month was just over $100, and it's possible that through January, when it's really getting cold at night and it's kind of staying cold during the day, that it may get upwards of like $200. So, but we budget all of that in, so we like to stay comfortable. And we do stay really comfy at night, but we do prefer the cool of the winter here over the 120 degrees day after day after day here in the summer. But I had told you that my safe space, because of my anxiety and my agoraphobia, was increasing. And when I had first come here, seriously, my safe space was just sitting in the bed. And so I increased that to essentially each room, and I have the whole house as a safe space now. And the out on our little rickety front porch is a safe space, but I'm getting ready to expand that to the yard. And I had told you that I'm only going to do things in the yard that I can do very, very inexpensively or free. And I'm going to keep it really, really cheap, but I'm going to try to be as creative as I can. So as I go forward, I'm going to show more and more video of projects that I'm doing outside. And here I'm starting to clean. This is a table that we have set up to use as a business desk, and as you can see, it is not in shape to be used as a desk right now because it's become a catch-all. And we put off going through mail, and Jamie sits here and works on his computer as well. This Lay's Stacks plastic thing is actually our biohazard thing where we put all of Jamie's needles and stuff in it. But anyway, that's what you're going to be seeing while I talk. So I'm excited about being able to get out in the yard and do projects, and a lot of the projects that we're going to do the house, and we're going to see how cheaply, because while we're working on our income streams and the business, there's a lot of time to pass. And yeah, I stay busy doing housework and this and that, and cooking and doing all your regular stuff, but as the crow flies, there's just weeks and weeks and months may go before some of our advancements in business and financial security and income streams. So if, like, say for instance, you call a lawyer or you call a Social Security office or you do something, well, it may take weeks for you to actually see results. So we have to pass the time doing something. So what we're going to do is we're going to, as cheaply as possible, do projects on the house and try to get it as nice as we can in a very low cost way and just enjoy ourselves. Pretend you're on vacation or something while you're getting some of these major things done. We still have dental work to do. We still have specialists to go to. There's just so much that has to be done before we can actually move back east. And while we're doing that, in between appointments, in between phone calls, and while we're progressing in all of these majorly important things, we just intend to have fun. And that's the main thing that we try to do in this family, is enjoy each other, have lots of love, and have some fun. And so that's what we're doing, and that's what's going to be happening going forward. So today is Christmas Eve, and it may be my last Vlogmas because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a vlog tomorrow, because we are going to be having a dinner and we're going to be having a guest, and so we're going to be really spending, I may try to get some video of our celebration together as a family. But all of you are going to be having Christmas dinner and enjoying your family as well, and more than likely you're not going to be wanting to watch me in my silly little shabby 1970s trailer and doing goofy stuff. So I've got a lot of work to get done this afternoon. I'm going to be baking some pumpkin pies, and I'm going to be preparing for dinner tomorrow. And I've got some other things that I want to do, and I may get some recording done so that I can share it. If I do make a video for tomorrow and you don't get to watch it, you can just save it over and watch it the next week. And I may continue these Vlogmas videos in some sort of fashion till New Year's. I'm not really quite sure about that, but I'm going to see how well I can work it in, because after the first of the year, it's likely that I'm going to go back to 3 videos a week. I'll record 2 days, and then on the 3rd day, I'll actually edit and put up a video. And I'm going to see how that works out for me. But I want to say to you, I hope that you have the merriest Christmas, and I hope that you enjoy your family, and I hope that you know, even if things aren't the best, even if you have a sad Christmas, and I have had many, many, many sad Christmases, try to keep some joy in your heart. Try to keep love for yourself, and try to be optimistic. Do something. I know when we were homeless, we decorated little things and little places in the car or the truck, depending on which one we were in. But we tried to decorate for Christmas a little bit, and we would buy Christmas hats or something to just give us a little bit of cheer. But I'm hoping you're going to have one of the best Christmases you've ever had, full of love, full of joy, and full of holiday cheer. And let's not forget that this is the birthday of Jesus, and Jesus makes this world go round. Without him, we cannot live, we cannot prosper, and we cannot have our being. So don't forget to be thankful and love on the Lord and give him your praise and happiness, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.